I think I'm live. Let me know if you can see me. Good morning, everyone. Okay, and can you hear me? Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, GFG Homestead. I didn't want to. And good morning, Michelle, Big Valley Living. Woo! I was trying to get the morning chores done, and it was a challenge, but I got my cup. Today I already had coffee this morning when I got up, and I have another pot going because Jim will drink it all day. I got Jasmine Meadow Delight. It has jasmine, chamomile, elderflowers, ginger, spearmint, and lemon verbena. It rained here all night, and now it's just really, really windy. Good morning, Angela. Well, thank you, everyone. This was something that was like laid on my heart actually last Sunday. Good morning, Lori. Went to church, and there was prayer bracelets for a friend at church who's going through cancer treatment. And I just thought, I would like to do a live, but I never knew what I wanted to do. And then I decided I would just like to have a get together where we can all share in our lives and share prayer requests too, because I have them, and I know we all have them, and there's power in prayer. So that was my thought with this, and just to catch up with each other. Good morning, Susan. So does everyone have something to drink? This is hot. I think I've shown this cup before, but a local potter replace makes it. And there's also this little rest for your tea bag. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Fern. Thank you, everyone, for taking this break on your Saturday. I know, life is busy for all of us. Good morning, Jen and Steve. It's nice to see people joining in. Wow, there's like 14 here. I didn't know what to expect. Diane, how do you drink your coffee? Black or with cream, sugar? Or do you do it fancy, like with whipped cream and yummy stuff? Good morning, Sheila. Lori has coffee black. I can drink it black if I have to, but I like cream in it at least. I think it's Whole30. If you're going to drink coffee, it has to be black. And I'd rather not drink it. Thank you, Michelle. Yep, you're like me, Diane. Yeah, there's just something about cream and coffee to me that just makes it really, I don't know, tastes good. Hi, Patty. Cream and sugar for Patty. Does anyone drink tea or hot cocoa? What is or I know some people get up and they drink pop in the morning. Okay, I'm from Michigan, so it's pop. So soda, Pepsi, Coke. Sweet tea. I like unsweetened tea. Like a muddy water puddle. I like that. That's a great description, Jamie. That's awesome. So, did everyone have a good week? Lori, I'll do tea in the evening too. I've gotten, I bought some teas that are like flavored teas so that I'm trying to like drink a tea instead of ice cream. Yay, Patty, another person that calls it pop. What kind of tea do you like, Susan? Did I was wondering, Michelle, if you said pop. That's cool. That's a good way of doing it, Jamie. I know, to get the water in. I try to limit it too. Because the days, like if I'm home working and I make like the second pot of coffee, like I just did, and I drink coffee, I don't drink hardly any water then. Ooh, Angela, blueberry tea sounds wonderful. This tea that I have is from a local company, and she had some health issues, and she started making her own teas and spice blends. And I invited her to come on one Saturday when we do this because she talks about the different ways of brewing tea and why she puts certain things in tea. And like this one contains caffeine, but a lot of hers don't. So I thought it might be interesting to hear how she makes them. I do like Fago Rock and Rye. I like only Fago pop I don't like is red pop. I have never liked red pop. Good morning, Holly. I haven't tried that, Lori. My daughter likes hibiscus tea, and it turns the most beautiful color. Hibiscus tea does. It's like this magenta. Good morning, Rhonda. Mimi's Dishes. I'll have to try that, Lori. Chrysanthemum, if I can say it, chrysanthemum tea. That's a big word. A lot of letters in that word. Oops. Catherine, I am interested in herbal teas too, icing them, because usually I do, okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. Usually I do black tea, like Lipton tea for iced tea, and I love it, but it's a lot of caffeine through the day on a hot day. Oh, Mama B, that's a great rule. Coffee, water, coffee, water. Ooh, I love mint tea, Michelle. So that sounds really good. I like there's Mennonite meadow tea that has mint in it, and I just love that. And it is the best iced tea, I think, because it's real refreshing. And I buy it from one of the local Mennonite stores. But there used to be a Mennonite lady who would come to the farmer's market, and she would sell you the fresh mint, and it was like balsam tea plant. And you went home and you would have to clean it and then put it in water and like steep it. And oh my gosh, it was the best tea. Jamie, I've never had mint chocolate, but it sounds good. And Jamie, that's what I thought too. And my daughter said to try hibiscus tea. I'm like, what? I'm going to drink hibiscus? The cinnamon and mint sounds good because it's really good. Cinnamon's so good for you. Ooh, lemon zinger tea. I My tea's been steeping a while, so I have these metal tea balls, and it's real fine. The first time I used her tea, the tea ball we had, half of it went into the tea, so I had to get something finer. And if anyone wants to come up with me and talk, you know, for prayer requests or just, chat about what's going on, let me know. Because I think if I do that invite button down at the bottom, that you can join me on the screen. Ginger mint tea. I know it's supposed to be really good to put like a piece of ginger root or grate it up into your water or your tea. That's supposed to be really, really good for you. I am Mary Catherine. This is my Bible first. I hate to use that word, but this is what I go by for all my collabs and also my prayer requests. So anything that we discuss today, I'm going to put in this book so that all week. But Tuesday I have my the monthly pantry shelf stable recipe, and I did a chicken bruschetta casserole using my canned tea. Oh my gosh, I got tea on the brain. My canned chicken. And I am also participating in Feast in a Jar. I'm going to have 2 videos for that. And then I'm going to I know Sloppy Joe's because I want to send them to my dad in Florida. And either a soup or I have a recipe I've been wanting to try for chicken or pork, sweet and sour, all in a jar. Just heat it up and pour it over a rice. So those are those are the ones that I have. Oh, and there's I call it vintage, but nostalgic recipe collab, an open collab, and I'm going to do some of those. How do I do this? Okay, here's a prayer request from Nana. She has to have her hip replaced, and she fell and she's sore. Oh, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry. Definitely, you will be prayed for. And I thought I saw somewhere up above where pray for all the people that have had all the weather in the central part of the country. Those storms that have come through. And that definitely needs to be prayed for. I would appreciate prayers. My daughter goes Wednesday to the cancer center at U of M to have scans, and we get results. And she was diagnosed with cancer in 2010 at age 19, and we still deal with it some. She has a monthly treatment, and things have been great for, like 3 years, but it's always a little scary to go. The anxiety, they call it scanxiety, and that's a great name for it. Nana, I'm thankful you didn't break anything too. That would just be, I like the collabs too, Jen and Steve. I think they give me some direction and focus, and I like that when you're part of a collab, maybe people who wouldn't have seen your channel discover you. Hi, Papa. I missed that you came on. Good morning. Are you having a cup of coffee? Mama B, turmeric, I have heard, is so wonderful for our body. So that's a great idea to add it to your tea. It is rough. Anxiety is tough, and she was 19 and now she's 32, and I just would like her to live her life, and not have to deal with it. Thank you, Lori, for making the prayer list. And I know people who I had several people mention that they couldn't be on this, but they were going to come later and watch it so they could add, the prayers to theirs. Good morning, Annie's Kitchen. I think I missed another one. Oh, thank you for making the shake and bake. Robin. Oh, Robin. Definitely, Robin, you are on the prayer list. Natasha had Hodgkin's lymphoma. That's what she was diagnosed with. And so, now we're always worried about something else like breast cancer from all the treatment. But Robin, you are in my prayers. Holly, that's a wonderful offer. Thank you so much. Because, MD Anderson is a wonderful facility. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle likes the asparagus casserole. Wow, Papa, that's awesome. 9th grandchild. We will be praying for a nice, healthy grandbaby and a safe, healthy delivery. I agree, Nana. But here's another prayer request for Papa. We'll be praying that everything goes well. Thank you so much. How exciting. We expect to see pictures. You can. Broccoli sprouts are great for cancer. I didn't know that. I know sprouts are healthy. Has anyone else done sprouts? I have not tried that yet. And I love to buy sprouts, so I should. Did I miss any other prayer requests? I just want to make sure. Did I put Robin's on there? In case anyone. I'm trying to do this because I think on the replay, I'm not sure if they can see our comments in the live chat. Here's another one. Stage 4 cancer for 4 years. Natasha was stage 4 when she was diagnosed. And like I said, that was in 2010, and it's 2023. So, and she lives life. She just keeps living life. She's finished college. She's traveled. She has a job. So I always told her, you got to keep living. I'd like us to include Michelle from Big Valley Living on the prayer list too. She's going through treatment right now. So, and I just hope that it keeps going well for her and she feels well and that it works. Mung bean sprouts. Is that like the big fat ones they use like in Chinese food? Here's another prayer request. Oh, we will be praying for your family. That's a lot. I would appreciate prayers from my mom too. I know I've talked about her before. She's still in a facility. I don't think she'll ever get out. She had COVID and that really took her down, but I'm able to call and talk to her. She just isn't strong enough to come home and for Dad to take care of her. So Papa, I like those sprouts. I do. They're always so good in Chinese food. My dog is barking to go out, and she will keep doing that for the entire time. Would anyone want to come up while I go let my dog out? or I'll just have to take a break and run right back. Nana, you do your lettuce in the winter too? I want to do that. Okay, will be right back. Really? You gotta do it when I'm on the phone.
Just want to know.
Yeah, I want a thing on the computer. I'm back. My husband came down at the same time. She's persistent. When she wants to go out, there's no stopping her. Angela, you're in the middle of milking. Hey, that could have been interesting to watch you milk. That's good to know, Nana. I mean, it's something that we think all women think about, and you have a great attitude. Yeah. Yeah, see, Lori, it was just our break to refill our cups, so that worked out. So I don't know if everyone didn't hear, but the reason I started this is last Sunday in church, I went, and my friend who plays piano for our church is going through cancer treatment, and they had these bracelets on for everyone, and to remind us to pray for her and to know that, we don't fight alone. We're all together with this. So I made me think there's a lot of people that I've become friends with here, and I add them to my prayer, list in the morning, but I'm sure there's a lot I didn't know about. So that's why I thought to start this. And it's always fun to take a coffee break. Oh, Jamie, that's nice. I fed my chickens this morning, and my husband and I were talking. We need to go. Actually, he does it more than I do. He cleans out the chicken coop for me, and he makes it look just sparkling. He built it for me. Man, it's beautiful. He did a great job. Nana, I think that's the attitude all men should have. That's wonderful. I ran, Angela. Then Jim met me there. That's amazing, Michelle. Papa, that's a great idea. That's really a cool idea. I like that a lot. Nana, our chickens do like going under the trees and in the shade in the summer. They're called mock orange blossom bushes, and they go in when it's real hot, they go under those and they, make their dirt baths. Good morning, Butler Family Farm. I like that idea. I am good. I'm Did a few chores this morning and having a cup of tea and chatting with my friends and getting a nice list for a prayer request for this week. Mary Catherine, I've been trying to decide what's for dinner tonight. It might be something simple, usually on Saturdays. Usually on Sundays, I try to do a bigger meal. So I was trying to think of that too, because I like to cook big on Sunday and have leftovers on Monday. You know, the first day of the work week. I come home and I don't feel like cooking always. Does anyone have any ideas for dinner? Robin, I know Michelle and Angela both have freeze dryers that are here. Angela did the freeze dryer collaboration February. And that was really, really interesting. A lot of information. Oh, that sounds good, Lori. Oh, that's great, Mama Bees. I like it on pork a lot too. That's a shake and bake pork chops are always my favorite. I can't wait till we have fresh produce here, not from the store, that we can actually go outside and get it. Robin, baby lima beans used to be my son's favorite. When he was a little boy, he just loved them. Chicken rotel. That sounds good, Angela. Oh, Joyce, that's wonderful. Nana's Kitchen. So that's how you got your channel name. That's cool. That's when I started my channel. I kind of wanted to, the kids don't read cookbooks as much. So I kind of wanted to like preserve some of the family recipes, with my mom and getting older and all. And she has my grandma's cookbook. So that's why I started to kind of have it for my family. I have a recipe I'm doing this month. That was one of my grandma's recipes. And I was going to do it for Make It March, but it calls for tuna, and I was going to use chicken instead because I can chicken. I don't can tuna. There's not many tuna in the Great Lakes. And instead my aunt told me I couldn't do that. I had to do the recipe the way it is. So this month I'll be doing, it's a sandwich recipe with tuna. And they're hot and they're good. That sounds good, Nana. And that's a way of stretching everything. You cook enough meat for your pizza and then you have it for another meal. That's perfect. I think Papa has the right idea. Good morning, Make America Think Again. Nana, Joyce, mine aren't either. I just turn the camera on my phone and then I edit out some things, like the dog jumping up. Hi, Sharon. How are things in Mississippi? Nick Robbins. Okay, that's a good sense of humor. I like that. I live in the thumb of Michigan. I can do it the right way, right? How is Michigan? Anyway, I'm in the thumb. If you look at the lower peninsula of Michigan, it's like a mitten, and I am in the thumb, in the middle of the thumbnail. Very rural area. The town we live by has 700 people. Jamie, I think the more you do it, the better it gets. I mean, not that I'm a professional editor or anything, but that's what I feel. I think you feel more comfortable. We did that with our family. My mom's family is really big, like extended big, like cousins and stuff. And we would do the progressive dinners, and our church has done them too. And it's really fun. I would love to do one and have like one of the courses at my house. We did it at Christmas time the last time. And I didn't live in this house, and I was going through a divorce, so it wasn't really the time to be a hostess. But now I could. Wow, that's awesome. For the entire community. How big of an area do you live in? How many usually come to it, Joyce? We are having breakfast at church next Sunday, like between Sunday school and Sunday Easter service. We have a breakfast. Everyone can bring in something. This year, one of the local farmers donated eggs, so the ladies from the church are getting together and making a bunch of egg dishes, and then we're bringing all the other stuff, the cinnamon rolls and side dishes, and so it's always fun. Okay, here's another prayer request. Thank you, Michelle, for mentioning it, because I missed that. Joyce would like prayer for her friend Joyce, who suffered a massive stroke. Oh, we will be praying for her. She will be on the list. Thank you so much, Holly. I agree. It's nice to go in everyone's home, and the fun thing about the Christmas time one was we got to see everyone's Christmas decorations too. So that was fun because everyone has their own style, and it doesn't matter if you have a fancy house or what. It's just fun to see everyone. We had rain. We heard thunder one time, and it's windy here today, but not really storms, not like what they got in the center of the country. Very thankful for that. Good morning, Claudia. Definitely. That's something that, always pray for our country. I want it to be here and be healthy and safe for my children and grandchildren. Jamie, is he going to be spending money at the farm auction? Or does he just go for the fun of it? Nana's kitchen. Anyone else have any prayer requests they would like for us to put on our list? Oh boy, if you saw a tractor, Jamie, you might be in trouble. So, Nana's Kitchen, Joyce, you do TikTok videos? I've done a couple of them. They're so compact, it's really challenging. And then I got some comments that kind of made me back away from it. I think there's like bots and stuff. And is it under Nana's Kitchen? Here's another prayer request for Jamie's son. It's unfortunate how many prayer requests we have for cancer, that's so pervasive. Robin, I like them a lot too. And I know there's some good ones coming up in May, also in June. We've all been talking the different channels, and there are a lot of great collabs coming up. Let me look in my book. In May, there's a salad collab put on by Ginger at Not for Nothing Homestead. There is going to be a bean bonanza using dried beans that Prepper Potpourri is putting on. There is Marmalade May. I think that's what it's called, that Tony from Kettle's Kitchen is doing. And then he has Jam It Up June, which was a great success last year. And Tony is really good at putting those collabs together and getting a lot of new channels, which is really exciting. Here's another one. Thank you for joining. I do too. And I don't think they don't do collabs on TikTok, really, do they? That's more a YouTube thing. Has anyone made any of the TikTok recipes that have gone kind of viral? Like there's like the chicken cobbler where you use the Red Lobster biscuit mix. And I'm going to do one for Easter for church. I'm going to do the cinnamon rolls where you add the heavy cream and bake them that way. It looks good when people do it. Wow, Make America Think Again. That's awesome. That's a lot of work. Huh. That's a good one, Mama B. I think that it's so easy to use cheese and cream and like the cream soups and recipes. So that would be a challenging one, but still good. I know that the recipe I did for Tuesday, it does have Parmesan cheese. So you'd have to leave that off if you did it. I agree, Claudia. I joined YouTube like a year ago, the end of March, so just over a year, and it's just been wonderful. Okay, Papa, did you do your biscuits on top or underneath the soup mixture? What do you guys think of this idea? Plant-based is a direction that a lot of people are going with their diets, and I think I'd find it easier to go plant-based than to give up dairy. That's challenging. Here's some good information from Joyce from Nana's Kitchen. I saw that video too. That was amazing. That was just amazing. Have you tried doing that, Angela? I'm thinking the dry bean collab in May will have a lot of non-dairy recipes. Michelle, yes, I think it was Fermented Homestead that did it with her egg yolks. It was amazing. Michelle, you're being called out. I think you could be really creative and have a lot of recipe ideas from that collab. If you go to Fermented Homestead, she did it, gosh, was it a year ago? I don't know if I remember Anna doing it. I would help you, Michelle. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Joyce, she took the egg yolks, cracked the eggs and separated the egg yolks. And then she had like a flat, like a cake pan that she had the salt in. And she put them all in the salt, like how you would do cupcakes, separate them that way. And then covered them with salt. And I don't remember for how long. And then she came back and uncoated them, and they were hard. And she could grate them like cheese. I know it was Anna that did it from Fermented Homestead. Oh, and Three Rivers Homestead has done it too. Yeah, because I don't think they can use actual cheese. I think they have an allergy in her family. So she is funny to watch. Her new style that she's been doing is just, it's her. It's just perfectly her. So if someone here tries the egg yolk thing, bring back the information, how it worked. I don't remember how long. I don't know if it was like a week or how long it had to sit. Yeah, Lori, I think that's the real Anna. I think that's her true personality. That would be an interesting one, Jamie. I have a yogurt maker that I make yogurt in. Okay, Michelle, how did you make a non-dairy mozzarella cheese? Fern, I guess you do need the chickens to get the cheese. I just, when I saw that egg yolk cheese, I thought that was just really fascinating. Did everyone have a big breakfast this morning? I love breakfast. It's probably my favorite meal of the day. Today I had some venison sausage that I took out of the casing and browned it up with some freeze-dried onions and peppers and added some eggs. I didn't see it on Acre Homestead. Well, Fern, you got to get the chickens. She does have so much information. She does a lot of research before she does her videos. And if any of you that don't know who we're talking about Anna from the Fermented Homestead, and her channel is great. If you are interested in fermenting at all, her channel is the channel to go to. Oh, I'm not a good faster. That is pretty much us too. Will buy some beef, but not a lot. My husband is a great hunter and he usually gets us 2 deer a year and fills our freezer, and it tastes better than what I can buy in a store. Woohoo! That's awesome. So I was thinking of doing this like, a couple times a month. I know every week is a big commitment for everyone, and we're heading into the busy time of year, but I thought, if I could do this a couple times a month, and does this time work on Saturday? When I did that poll, it was between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock Eastern time are the best time. So I thought 11 would help with some of the West Coast people like Michelle. Ah, we're giving Michelle projects to work on. That's awesome. Anna had a collab in February, and there's a playlist on her channel. If you're interested in fermenting, there were so many channels, sourdough breads and just everything. It was very informative. I need to make bread either today or tomorrow. That's what I've been making our bread too. And then I got out of the habit of it and was buying it. And then last week I looked at all the ingredients on the package and I went, I don't need to eat all those additives. What I make is, honey or sugar, yeast, water, and flour. I mean, and salt. It's pretty basic. I'm glad you were off, Jamie. Claudia, is it like ground venison, or is it like the steaks or chops? I use the ground venison just like I use hamburger. I mean, we don't add anything to ours, so sometimes I have to add a little bit of oil to the pan, but I'd rather add the oil than have too much in it. Thank you, Papa. And thank you for the great idea of the book with the stickers. That's amazing. Diane, I used to feel that way. I was an expert at killing yeast. I could win awards for killing yeast. And a few years ago, I decided I was going to learn how to do it. And for me, what works is I use a thermometer to check the temperature of the water. I can't just touch it on my wrist and know. And since I started doing that, I've been successful. And the recipe I use is real simple, and it makes 2 loaves, and we'll freeze 1 loaf, or sometimes one loaf is regular, and then the other loaf I put cinnamon, sugar, and roll it up, and so we have cinnamon bread. That's really good toasted. That's on my to-do list. Thank you, Joyce. Go have fun with your granddaughter. That's more important. Thank you for joining us. I know that we're approaching an hour, so I want to kind of be respectful of everyone's time. So we, probably ended at noon my time. So if there's any last prayer requests that anyone wants to get out there, and any ideas for, I thought I would do this 2 weeks from today. I'll have another one. Lori, you use your electric skillet to make your English muffins. I've seen people use their cast iron skillets too. Now I make an English muffin bread, and it makes 2 loaves too, and that's really good. And you just slice it, and it has like the cornmeal on the bottom and on the top, and so it still has that crunch. Michelle, I do have a video. It's one of the first ones I did. Like last spring, I did it. And it's easy. I mean, it only has 1 rise. You mix it up and you put it in the pans and let it rise and bake it. So, but I have never done regular English muffins. So I do make bagels too. It's the Greek yogurt bagels, where it's just Greek yogurt and flour, self-rising flour. And I put everything but the bagel seasoning on it, and those are really good. I have a video on those too. When Jim's son comes, he always requests that I make those. He loves those. Hi, Cookie. Thank you for stopping in. We're going to end soon, but I'm so glad you were able to stop in, and we will have all the prayer requests on the replay too, if you have any that you wanted to add. Michelle, I want to see how you do the pretzel buns. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I really appreciate you all taking the time out of your day to do this, and I really appreciate everyone's encouragement and support, and I'll be praying for all of these requests this week, and hopefully we have a good report back in 2 weeks. Oh, there's another, in May, there is a slider collaboration on National Slider Day. So all the videos will be released on one day. You're welcome, Claudia. Definitely, Cookie, definitely. Thank you, everyone. Unless there's any other prayer request, I guess we can be done for this week. Thank you for joining me for a cup of tea. I truly appreciate it. You're welcome, Mom V, and yeah, Jamie. It's an open collab. So if you want the information, just email me at pikecreekfarm@gmail.com. Claudia, I'll check that out. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend, and next week's Easter weekend. So have a wonderful holiday and time with your family. And when you come back the next week, we can talk about what wonderful recipes everyone made for their Easter dinners. See everyone next time. Thank you.